Hey family, we are live, broadcasting live. This is the Conversation Room 101. Make sure it's only adults in the house. I need your mind to be open, prepared, and relaxed. Welcome to our home. Take your shoes off. We got some rules we need to go over. Be kind. No cursing in the chat. If you want to curse, call in. And no shouting out other channels. That's a no-no. We got one other rule. There is no judging our guests. It will not be permitted. Zero tolerance. And if so, you want to do that, guess what? We got security. And we will escort you out. Because over here, hashtag we don't care. We're going to be one big family. We're going to laugh together sometimes. We're going to cry. But we definitely going to pray. I thank the Lord above for everything. I lift him up and give him the glory. But you guys, right now, we're going to get our popcorn. And then we're going to see what's going on. And let me just park my car. And I'll be in there in a minute. I'll see you real soon.
The Copyright Disclaimer Act. The Copyright Disclaimer Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news, reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Like, share, subscribe.
Do you want to know? Well, I've been thinking about you. And I think you'll have to listen. Because the sun is up, it's a beautiful day.
We won't stop. We will not stop.
Sun. Come, won't you come along? And it feels so right. It's like luck is raining on me. Go and follow your heart. Doesn't matter how far. There is so much love to give. Something's telling me this time. Baby, baby, now
See this?
I know.
You cannot go
Baby,
again.
baby, gotta go. There is so much love to give. Something's telling me it's right.
Neighbors and the
When you
community
came to me,
compelled to
who are
scour
you?
the area.
It's you, yeah, boy.
Where does the fault lie on you?
Hey family, how's everybody doing? Man, I'm trying to get some stuff done off of here, but I want to know what you guys been up to because I have been trying to just take it easy for a minute. Yeah, like for real, taking it easy. Some things been going on, you guys. I'm finna get off into it. We're gonna talk for about 20 minutes. I'm not gonna stay on here long. But it's like a lot of stuff in this world is going on. What have you guys been doing? Good afternoon. I see Lisa Taylor in the building. Yeah. Steph Girl 101 is in the building. How you doing, Connie Branch? That's Connie's sister in the building. How you doing? She said she was on a trip. Karen is sharing. Karen is sharing. Hey, ESK man, how are you doing, everyone? Peace and family. Yes. So a lot of things have changed on this app. It's hard to get on here now, but I mean, it's all good. But I haven't been getting my notifications, so that's cool. There's been a lot of crazy stuff going on. Anyway, Oh, they talking about Pastor C. What the heck happened in church? I just needed to see that real quick. Now my notifications are coming up. What's up with all the name changes, all weird and stuff? Connie, I have no clue what's going on. Good evening, PS. What's going on? It's a lot of stuff going on different. It's just once I figured it out, I wasn't trying to rush it or anything. But once you figure it out, and I think I got it all figured out now. She said, ESK man, how do you not have hashtags after your name? I don't know. So you guys, what has been going on in the YouTube world? Because trust and believe, my stuff do not show up like it's supposed to show up. I like that person right there. So let me see. It's kind of cold. Where I'm at right now. So exactly. Anywho's, so I guess Detroit intersection closed after 100 plus gallons of, I wonder what fell in Detroit's intersection. So we know Jake pleaded guilty to all the charges. We know that. Let me see if anything else. Nothing has been going on. Nothing. The hurricane going on. Melissa hits Jamaica. That's it. Julio Fulio murder trial is going on. I don't know if you guys are into that. Georgia mother. He says, I don't know. Maybe YouTube haven't got to me yet. I don't know what's going on. Rebecca went to court yesterday for the day before, didn't she? I think so. You guys do know that little Woody got a new child. He's got a son now. He's got a new baby son. So, Woody is still being a little famous out there. Boy, he had that bad wreck and Jarvis had a court date. Let's see what Jarvis did on his court date. Because Jarvis had a court date. Jarvis, but I see that. Let's see. Let me see what they say about Jarvis. Like I said, so I guess they decided to make sure that he's going to stay in trial. That's what it says. October the 23rd, he went to court. So this update was on October the 23rd on Jarvis, you guys. The man charged with murder of Naziah Harris heads to trial in new sexual assault. Jarvis, but the man accused of sexual assault and murdering 13-year-old Naziah will stand trial for a different case involving the sexual abuse of a child. Bus is charged with first-degree criminal sexual conduct and second-degree criminal sexual conduct of a child who was 8 years at that time of the assault in 2021-2022. Prosecutors say the alleged assault happened at an auto repair shop on East Warren Avenue in Detroit. Okay, that's nothing new. But a witness said it wasn't the first time she saw Butt take advantage of Harris, and another person claiming he also made advances towards her. So we know that was his cousin. In January, prosecutors argued that Butt allegedly started exchanging the sexual abuse text with Harris as early as 2022, which is just months after the alleged assault began, argued in witness hearing. Prosecutor says Butt's history of child assault, sexual abuse goes back even further as he faces charges for sexual assaulting a girl in Allen Park in 2013 when she was just 12 years old. She's now 24. Wayne County Prosecutor's Office said Butt's case will be bound over to the Third Circuit Court. He already faces charges for first-degree criminal sexual conduct and second-degree criminal sexual conduct of a child. The court says he's receiving an additional count of each of those charges after Wednesday hearing. A former federal prosecutor said it's important to be able to control the court environment when a child is testifying, even if that means we can't be there. The protection of the child is paramount to the court. The court oversees the process and the child's safety during the proceedings and makes sure the public doesn't have access. That's why in this particular case, the proceedings are closed. So they're having court, but we do not know about it. So Butt will be arraigned on October the 29th, which is today. You guys, I don't know if you guys knew that or not. His jury trial in the Naziah Harris case is scheduled for February the 23rd. So we ain't got far to look. But so, hey, I did not know it, but we always on there on that kind of time when it happens. I let you guys know. I knew that there was going to be some court, but they're not sharing the information. Did you by chance get my text message the other day about the Marie Jones case? Maybe you want to cover at some point soon. I will check it out. Let me put it down. I will. Marie Jones? Yeah, I wanted another case so we can look at while we wait on this Jarvis case. So they went to court this morning. I don't know what happened, you guys. I can't tell you. Today is the 29th. So I can't tell you what happened, but I knew he had court. But I'm thinking what's happening is, since that's what it says, then So Jarrell Lamar Butts. Do you guys not know? Hold on. That is Jarvis's son. And he's what? 34? And let me see. He's 34. And Jarvis is 41. Okay, let's do the math. So that's 6. That can't be his son. If the child is 34 and Jarvis is 41, that would have made Jarvis only but 7 years old. But it's funny he's got Jarvis's middle name. I'm just saying, y'all. Oh, that's got to be Jarvis's brother. That's got to be their brother. Exactly. That's got to be his brother. Yeah. Yeah, I remember that they did have a brother that passed away. Jarrell Butt's son, brother, father, and soldier. Yeah. Yeah, that's their brother. He was called home on December the 2nd, 2016 at his home in Warren, Michigan. He was 26 years old. Was born August 15 in Detroit. He graduated from Frederick Douglass High School, where he enjoyed playing football, basketball, and participated in JROTC. Soon after graduating, he joined the Michigan Army National Guards, where he quickly earned the rank of the staff sergeant and served as a squad leader. Yeah, Jarrell earned the respect of those served with. He was the epitome of what a soldier and leader should look like and act like. He led from the front, focused on the mission, and still made time to other practices. Jarrell was a citizen soldier who balanced the commitment. National Guards, let me see, as an assistant night shift supervisor for a chemical distribution company. He served over 6 years in Michigan National Guard and was a veteran of Operation Enduring Freedom with time in Afghanistan. He wasn't just a soldier, he was a great son, an excellent father, a wonderful brother and friend. He was truly the definition of what a great man should be. He leaves and cherishes the memory his son, Giovanni, Butts, Jordan, Julian, and Monica Wojcicki. His mother, Brenda Butts, and his grandmother, Haiti Butts, one sister, Tawana Butts, and four brothers, Jarvis Butt, Kenneth Butt, Ian Butts, also a host of nieces and nephews, family and friends. Yep. Jarrell is preceded in death by his baby brother, Naaman Rahman Ali. I need to write this stuff down. Okay, let me write it down. I wonder if there are other children he messed with that the police don't know about yet, and that child or children have not spoken up. Jarvis isn't right in the head. No, he's not. No, he's not. See, Zena's name is different on here. It's Z Torbert now. But I know. Okay, well, it just went away for some reason. I don't know why. Okay. Visitation. Huh. It's all good. He's got a lot of kids. So that is Jarvis's brother. Yeah, I can't remember how he died. Did he commit suicide? I think he committed suicide. I'm not for sure, you guys. Don't quote me on that. I'm trying to remember, but there's so many cases, That is his brother, and he would have been He died in 2016, but he would have been, so he was born in 1990, and I've got a daughter that was born in 1990. So my daughter, and she's 34. So she, she's 34. She'd be, anyway. Um, it doesn't really say what happened here. But I'm still looking a little bit, you guys, so just hold on. I'm just seeing if there's anything new. So somebody did something, but it was one day ago. But so they haven't got no new information. So I'm just going to let you guys know that they did have court, but the court is closed. Like, these are kids. So we're not going to be able to hear what they're saying, what was said, because they was a child when it happened. And so I guess they're going to keep it closed and it's not going to be public, what was said. And if they go to court, we probably won't get to hear their testimony. And they'll probably have that. It's going to be a lot of stuff that we're just not going to even get to see. That's how horrible it is. But yeah, they did have court today. And I guess we're just, I did not know that they were going to keep it closed and it was not open to the public. But, because even if the person is now 24, and that the person is grown now, there's still some other stuff in there where they might have to say something about another child or something. And you really don't want that information out. That's what I see. That's what I see. Anyway, you guys, this was just going to be a 20-minute chat. And because, like I said, if we don't get to hear what is being said, then we can only assume. And to really get to assuming what the child said on the stand, it can be anything. It could be anything. And we could be totally wrong. It's like when you go to the store. I can't tell you, if you go to the store and you bought something, you say, okay, SP, what was it? Now, I know you went to the store, but I couldn't tell you what it was that you bought. It could be meat. It could be cereal. It could be milk. It could be cheese. It could be noodles. It could be canned goods. It could be spices. It could be newspaper. It can be a soda pop, grapes. I don't know. That's just poking the bear, like, no, I'm not finna get off into that because they did go to court. But what was said in this court, they didn't even say what type of court hearing it was, to be honest with you. Just know that he was found, that there was enough information in the preliminary to hold another court, a trial. So he's got two trials one for murder, which they're not. I can't even remember now because it's so much going on in this case. You don't know what they're keeping and what they're, not keeping. So it makes you kind of a little bit upset. I've never seen a case so messed up in my life where, the public just cannot even get the information. And I'm going to be honest with you. If you only knew, like, the people that's down there in the Detroit area, if they were covering this case really good, we would have that information. Somebody on YouTube would have that information that's down there in the Detroit area. Evidently, it's like everything else. When it's hot, everybody jump on it. Yeah, they want clicks and views. It done got super cold now. They don't even remember the girl's name. Let alone go down there to the courthouse and ask for the transcript, which is public records. You can ask for the transcripts, but it's okay. Sometimes I wish I was in these areas so I can just do some of the work. But, I'm not saying these things don't happen everywhere else. They do happen in different states and stuff. But this right here, this case is just the weirdest. It's like everybody's dropping the ball. And I'm not going to say it did not affect me. I think it has affected me. Like I be wondering, like, what are we doing? Like, nothing's changed. Like, this girl is gone. Everybody goes to work like, okay, she's just gone. The guy was like, the one investigator, when he got on the stand, she was like, what did you do? And he was like, well, we looked. Well, the next day I was retiring. She was like, so what did you do? It was on my desk. It was like, well, you didn't do anything else. He was like, no. So it's just weird to me how everything that did not happen for this child, like, we have all these safety nets. We got teachers, we got social workers, we got the nurses at the school, we got grandma, we got the bus driver, we've got aunties, we got sisters and cousins, and nothing, like, there was no safety net for this child whatsoever. Not a one. Like in a car, you driving a car and you get in a car wreck. You got safety nets. You got the seat belt. What first of all, you got brakes. You got your eyeballs, so you can kind of see something that's going to happen, or somebody driving recklessly or something like that. Then you got your brakes. You can stop, pull over to the side, get out the way or whatever, and then not only that, you got your seat belt. So if something do happen, you got the seat belt so you won't get thrown from the car and all this other stuff. And if seat belts, then you got airbags. You got airbags. I mean, you got boom, 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 all of these things that for you to get hurt, all of these things got to fail or didn't work or didn't, work on time or something. And I'm not saying they all can't work. I'm just saying when you have all these things that supposed to prevent anything from happening and it happens anyway, it's almost like someone would say you cannot change life. I mean, we say we change life, but do we really change life, or do we just get prepared for what's going to happen? You know what I mean? Like nobody didn't see this coming, happening, and he did something in front of these other girls. That didn't stop nothing. He went up to the school. That didn't stop nothing. The school called the grandma, told them about a man coming in with a truck. That didn't stop nothing. You know? His sister showing up at the shop to get her car fixed. That didn't stop nothing. King was there. That didn't stop nothing. The bus driver let her off, didn't look back or whatever. That didn't stop nothing. You know? Like she didn't even have a phone, her own phone, allegedly. That didn't stop nothing. It's just like, I sometimes I just think that stuff is going to happen. It's going to happen. And sometimes we just got to figure out what's the best way to deal with it or handle it. You know what I mean? I mean, because when things happen, it just like you're in the moment, you're in the present, you're right there, you're in that time, real time, right then. Okay, now what to do? The guy was like, oh, he got the phone call, he investigated, but the very next day he was retiring, so it just sit on his desk or whatever. Nobody else investigated it. And then 30 days go by, and then the police called and asked him, what's the update? Ain't no update. You know what I mean? Like, we didn't find it. We need to start looking for it now. Now it's cold case because, all videos and stuff has been, recorded over, and, grandma ain't looking for it. Ain't nobody looking for it no more. It just doesn't make sense to me. Like, our children can go missing and it's not even important. It's just not even important. It just seems to me like this world got us so wrapped in everyday life that a child can come up missing and everybody just go to work like this is just the way it is. Anyway, you guys, we'll see what happens when they open up the court and adults will get to. But we got October, November, December. November's just right around the corner. And then we got November, we got December, and then we got January. Then we got to go into February, So it will be what it be. It will be. Anyway, this was going to be just a quick chat. I just wanted to let you guys know that I am paying attention of what's going on. It just seems to me like I don't want to drop the ball either, but I mean, I know we got to get on and move around and get on and everything, but I just, some of these cases get to you so bad that you just say, well, what's the purpose? Like, what is the purpose? Like, are we even learning from this? Are we making changes in our life when it comes to our kids or our grandkids and stuff? And then there's things that happens in our lives that I know we got to take care of. But you guys, I just wanted to just touch down because some days I don't come on here and it's not like, like I don't think about it. I don't check into it. But if ain't nothing going on or they're not telling us nothing, it's just not, I just can't, you just can't just keep beating a dead horse, like we don't know anything. And then some people say, oh, we got some news. No. Yeah, they did go to court. He went to court. But what do we know? We know nothing. So it upsets you sometimes, Anyway. I'll start looking back off into it a little bit because, like I said, since they're going to have closed courts and stuff, and we can't see those documents, there's nothing we can do about it. But we can still, wow, it's just crazy. I'm going to say this and we're going to get off of here because we're way past our 20 minutes. But, like if this was my child, I would be You know, and that's how you know, like, nobody cares. Like, if I was a family member, like, if I was the aunt or the sister or the cousin or the grandmother, I would be on here every day. And you don't see the family members. They like, when you talk to the family members, like, I remember I was talking to Shannon's brother. I can't even remember his name now. But I was like, why you not out there looking for her? He was like, I get out the way. I let the police do what the police need to do. And they had nerve talking about I work for the police. It's just too much. People are just who they are. Sometimes, and I'm just being honest with you, sometimes this is just how this world is. And sometimes, just staying out the way and just watching how people do, it just doesn't even make sense to me. It just don't. But life do still go on. Anyway, you guys, just letting you know that they did have court. They closed the transcript. We can't get it. We don't know what was said. We don't know who was on the stand. We don't know what kind of proceeding it was, but it was court held today. All right, you guys, I'm going to get off of here. I will see you guys Friday.